Right, I'm joined now by legal analyst and trial attorney Misty Marris. Misty, thank you for your time. So Gypsy's now been paroled 2 years early. Based on everything you know about this case, does that at all surprise you?
Basically, when somebody is eligible for parole, they go before a parole board. And there's a variety of factors specific to each state that are looked at. But the primary factor is the likelihood to offend again. And so in this particular case, especially given the sentence of 10 years based on the abuse by Gypsy Rose's mother, that's why prosecutors struck this deal, good behavior behind bars, it's not surprising to see that she was eligible and ultimately granted parole. Now, that's not without conditions. There will be certain aspects of her life that will be subject to oversight by the parole board and approval by the parole board. But I'm not surprised to see parole in this particular case, given the nature of the offense, her being good and having no issues behind bars, and that likelihood to offend again. That's really the primary factor, coupled with her remorse for what had happened.
You know, and so based on that, again, she was let out 2 years early. Do you think she poses any danger to society in general?
Well, we certainly don't know, right? As far as the objective factors are concerned, what happens, the parole board does what's called a scoring system. They look at these variety of factors to ascertain whether or not somebody's going to be a risk to society. In this case, I imagine the parole board looked at this as a crime that was very specific and particular, not something that goes outside of that. So only time will tell, but based on what we know, it does not appear to be a substantial risk at this time.
All right, and Miss, you know, we've talked about the fact that she was paroled, walked out of prison, cameras were following her. We know there have already been multi media outlets, whether it's, docuseries, true crime series, TV series, podcasts. What do you think it is about this case that truly fascinates so many people?
It is absolutely one of the most just intricate cases, and everything that came out regarding Gypsy Rose's upbringing, childhood, Munchausen's by proxy, the treatment by her mother, that her accomplice, John, he received a life sentence behind bars. She gave gets a 10-year sentence, so substantially different. There's so many different facets that are very interesting in this case, and a lot of the abuse she suffered by her mother, she didn't even realize until she was in that courtroom until later. So I think really looking back and breaking this down has been something that the public at large has just been very, very interested in. And I think the publicity is to come. We see the camera crew. We know that she wrote a book, Confessions on the Eve of Freedom, or Conversations on the Eve of Freedom. And I would expect that maybe as part of her parole, she's received permission to promote, maybe do book tours, motivational speaking. Who knows what it could be? But that would have to be approved. But I suspect that's what we're going to see in the future for Gypsy Rose.
All right, Misty Marris, thank you as always.
Thank you.